Aaron, sorry, kanina yan sa'yo.
I'm sure he's already prepared for this. He just doesn't know what I'm going to actually bring out.
On my way to Artigas, okay. I came here because Tisha asked me for advice.
So there's 300 million in this bank. You can see, I think there are about 32 passbooks.
You said you reached out to the president.
Yeah.
Yes.
What happened there? When was this? When did this happen?
Last month.
2 weeks ago?
3 weeks ago.
2-3 weeks
Wednesday
ago.
after Sona.
And ma'am, it was the president
After
himself.
Sona.
Wednesday after.
It was the president himself who met with you
Yes.
in
the palace.
the palace. It was just you.
He was very
and
kind.
Any of your lawyers
What was your reason
for reaching
I
out
said,
to
you know what? I'm getting scared because like I said, it hit a wall. And I'm holding this stuff. I don't know what it is. I don't know how far-reaching it is. I don't know what to do, right? So I would think that the safest place to bring this is there. Because at the end of the day, right, this is the president. This is as high as it goes. The first meeting, I think majority of everything I said is in the affidavit. I already went to the NBI and what do you call that? Swore in and whatever the affidavit. It's about 6 inches high, so you can look at it. 6 inches thick.
So the first meeting with the president was Wednesday after the sauna, right?
Yes.
Wednesday after.
All he said is that he whatever way he can help. He was, I think, surprised as much as I was. He endorsed it to the NBI director, who has been the one coordinating. Because I mean, I guess
Were there anyone else during the meeting? Or it was just you and the president?
well, he endorsed it to the NBI director.
I mean, during the meetings, we told the NBI.
Yes.
There's a second meeting, right? Because I heard a while ago that Anibal was also called to the palace.
Yes.
When did this happen?
When did this happen? Sorry, that I'm not good with dates, so I look at them because I don't know the dates.
Tuesday. You met again with the president on Tuesday with your husband.
Not with my husband.
It was separate.
He met him
Separate.
Yeah, separate.
So that.
Not with me.
Well, can you
No, but you-
detail?
Later on. we what do you call it? We were in the we faced each other.
Para saan yung final yung affidavit sa NBI? What good will it do if we can't
File a case.
No, for whatever legal purpose may serve, because at least we have the backing or the services of the NBI in helping us to uncover or to trace this the source of these funds.
And at least at the minimum, like I said, at least it's on paper that I don't know any of this stuff. I found things that you see before you. I found passbooks. I found properties that I had never heard of, but apparently belonged to Andy because they had his name. I found money. I found cash, gift wrapped, things like that, things of the sort. And I, in all honesty, did not know what they were. Right? I did not know what they were. I got to a point where I realized that these things could actually be items of question. They could be things that could get my children in trouble, me into trouble. And, again, as I said, we're estranged. You really wonder. I look at these things and, you have deposits that are below, 400,000, 500,000, and they're done almost every day. So these are things that, I'm not a lawyer, I am not a banker, but they're enough to really kind of make you panic. I really, really feel that this should not be in my house, right? That really, I don't know what it is, but it doesn't belong in my house, okay? I don't want anybody to think I am complicit. I have nothing to do with this because, again, who's going to believe, right? I live under the same roof, even if we're estranged. On a very practical level, two levels, I guess. The first level is a practical one. Now, if I don't come out and say that I'm not complicit, because again, who will believe me that I don't know anything, right? You live in the same house. That in many ways what will happen if both their parents, right, are charged or whatever? What's going to happen to my kids? That's the bigger, for me, the bigger question. The other level is a very, I guess, a more pedagogic one, where I do want to teach them that, again, it's you have to, at some point in your life, you really do have to walk the talk. And this, for me, is one of them. And even if you're alone, you pick courage not because it's easy, but because it's worth it. Because at least I can stand tall and straight and say, you know what, I didn't do any of this stuff. I don't know what's going to happen, but at least me and my kids, we didn't do any of this stuff. And then it was like a one bedroom and everything. As you can see, like, and then there's the bedroom. There's the other thing is things like